Finally. Hello, everybody. Yay. Hello, everybody. Welcome. To the Outer Worlds. Last time we played, we dealt with some problematics. We solved a bunch of mysteries, gathered some clues, and this is the guy we need to speak to. So let's just make sure that it's working.
What do you want?
Need to ask you a few questions, Mr. Holcomb.
Not so loud. How'd you know it was me?
You have... I'm an inspector and a damn good one.
Yeah, that makes sense. You must be a good one to sniff me out. I'm in no mood to sign autographs, and I hate disappointing fans. So I'm lying low. You know, incompleto.
You're about as disguised as a sprat in a wig.
Well, they ain't talking to me, at least. Oh, what's it matter? Helen's gone. She's gone and nothing I do will bring her back. I've been trying to find who did this. That's what she would do. Track down the killer and bring them to justice. But I'm stumped. And not very clever. Being bright was always Helen's thing.
Maybe I can help. I was hired to solve Helen's murder.
Oh, so you're the inspector. Hope you have more luck figuring things out than me. You probably want to ask me some questions, huh? I'm sure you're asking everybody questions, so you can find Helen's killer.
Yep.
So, how do I help?
Oh, pretty easy. What were you doing the night Helen died?
I was getting blotto with the rest of the Rangers.
What?
You know, soaked, muddled, preserved, drunk. The team noticed I was in a bad way when I got back to the hotel. When I told them Helen and I were Splitsville, they wanted to cheer me up. We were up the pole afore evening. The hotel staff said we was bothering the other guests on account of all the crying and yelling and practice body tackling. Zeke said we should move elsewhere, get some air.
Fair enough. Where'd you go?
We ended up at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. I think somebody wanted to pet a woolly cow? There was this one cow off away from the others. Zeke figured it'd be a laugh to get her drunk. One thing led to another, and I think we might have maybe, you know, stolen her.
Huh. What'd you steal a cow for?
I don't know. We were drunk, and we made bad choices. She was all alone. I know how that feels now. It's so hard to be all by your lonesome. My memory's a little muddled after that. I guess me and the team got split up, because I know I was on my own at the pilot house for a time.
Could anyone from the pilot house back that up?
I reckon not. See, I went to the weather station. I was looking for where Helen stashed her data pad for safekeeping, right? She'd asked me to get it, mind. I wasn't stealing. I'm no thief.
Did you find it?
Sure did. Only there was a guard out there who found me. She started yelling about how I was trespassing and in serious trouble. Thing is, it was real dark out there. So dark, she couldn't tell who I was.
I
I wasn't keen on conversing, okay? I was drunk and holding someone else's data pad. And also, maybe I was crying a little, so I booked it. Ran like the Rangers were down by 3, and I just bronzed the toss ball in the Friday zone.
Well, I know you weren't sprinting for the Sunday zone. Where'd you go?
I didn't know where I was going, but my legs took me straight to my friend's... to my... fridge... Raider.
Bertie, come on, man. Who was it?
I don't want to tell you. I'll get in trouble.
Not having a witness puts you in much bigger trouble.
Look, I talked to Auric, okay? Auric West. Hangs out around the spaceport. He's the one who taught me the breathing exercises I use to calm down.
Thanks. I'll follow up with Auric.
That sounds like a good idea. So now you have the whole story. After I talked to Auric, I went back to the hotel. Woke up the next morning with Helen's data pad in my hand and the hangover to end all hangovers. Don't know if I'll ever drink again.
Let's see that data pad.
Oh, yeah, you'll probably want to... Yeah, of course. Of course. Helen sure did have the prettiest handwriting. Sorry. Here you go, Inspector. Hopefully they make more sense to you. I couldn't make heads or tails of them. Either she was writing in code or I'm dumber than a bag of hammers. I tried for hours to crack her notes, but it's like I said. Being bright was Helen's thing.
Uh-huh. Thing. Still a gap in your timeline, Bertie. Not sure a blackout will cut it.
I know that. But you gotta believe me. I would never hurt Helen, no matter how drunk I was. You could preserve me in Spectrum Brown and I wouldn't even look at her funny. I want to help you find her killer, Inspector. I knew Helen better than anybody. And it could be handy to have a guy like me around, in case anybody gives you trouble.
Start threatening witnesses and I'll throw you in jail myself.
I'm not threatening nobody. Gee, you try to help someone out. I'll head back to the Grand Colonial then. Unless you need me for anything else.
No, you're free to go.
Hey, pal. Hey there. You looking to unwind, friend? Maybe you're on your way to the bar for a good time? Maybe you're interested in something a little better than beer or Adreno? Something with a little more kick?
What are you selling?
The name's Auric. I deal in, shall we say, holistic pharmaceuticals, natural substances and the like. You know, alternative stuff. I know. Ooh, it came out of the ground. That's where worms live. I get it. I do. Why go for that homegrown shit when you could be pumping your body full of effort accelerators? Says it right on the Anti-Cleo's box. Better than nature, right? Well,
Yep.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, pal. Those pharmaceuticals the corporations manufacture, not all of them are as good for you as the board wants you to believe.
Yeah, I've noticed as much.
Alternatives. That's the way to go, pal. Trust me. No matter what ails you, I got what you need.
I'd like to ask you some questions about Bertie Holcomb.
Wait, you ain't a sheriff, right? You gotta tell me if you're a sheriff.
If I'm a freelance inspector brought in to investigate the death of Halcyon Helen.
I'll be honest, I don't really know where that puts us.
I'm not here to bring you any trouble, I just want to talk.
All right, fine. Yeah, I know Birdie. So what?
Heard you taught Birdie some breathing techniques.
Yeah, that was me. Birdie's got a temper, but he's not a bad kid, you know? He's trying to work on it.
How do you know Birdie?
He may or may not buy alternatives from me from time to time. A little diluted mantis or essence here, a little vitamin B negative there.
What for?
He's stressed out of his mind, the poor guy. Everyone knows his name. Can't turn around without having to sign an autograph. Then you throw in playing tossball for a living. Violence like that, it does things to a body. It does things to the head.
What do you mean tossball does things to the head?
Come on. Birdie's a damn good hacker, but taking that many blows to the noggin would scramble anyone's upstairs business. I know it's knocked a few of his memories loose. I worry about him, that's all. He's a good kid. Got a good heart.
You're a good man, Auric West. Was Birdie with you the night Halcyon Helen was killed?
Yeah. Damn shame about that. Birdie thought the world of Helen, you know. He showed up drunk at my place wanting to talk about the breakup. Helen dumped him, he said. Boy, was he in a bad way. I'd never seen him like that before. We talked for a while, and when he felt better, I sent him back to the hotel. Told him to drink more water and get some sleep.
Alright, perfect. That's all we needed to do. Now we head back to the Grand Colonial.
Welcome back, hopefully, law-abiding individual. Engaging guilt-tripping subroutines. You haven't committed any crimes lately, have you? Please speak clearly into this unit's recording instruments.
Constable Keene is dead.
Understood. This unit requires a moment to process this information. Information processed. Personal designation upgraded to acting constable. Thank you, law-abiding consumer.
Could use your help finding the killer.
Error. This unit is incapable of inspection, deduction, unassisted apprehension, or aggressive pursuit.
Was it you? Did you kill
This
Keene?
unit has been programmed to adhere to board law. This unit is incapable of experiencing murderous or unlawful impulses.
Alright, well, thanks for the
This
talk.
unit has been programmed to recommend a wine to pair with your grief. Wash away your sorrows with a glass of highly concentrated, partially fermented purple berry wine. Has a body richer than Byzantium's elite, with an earthy aftertaste redolent of mostly oak. Purple berry wine coming soon from Rizzo's.
Okay. Let me head back to Eridanus.
I just wanted to make you smile. We'll be feeding the worm.
Salvage the gear. Dump the body.
Okay. We haven't botched a single activity yet. And now we gotta go do this one.
And I bet you believed Halcyon Helen's death was the worst part of all this.
What? You don't mean to tell me that it isn't.
How do we get up there? Alright. It's Halcyon Helen. In the kitchen. Grand Colonial Service Elevator is out of order. Oh, there's the staircases. Well, let's go for a little stroll, shall we?
Inspector, not a moment too soon. I've just finished my autopsy report.
Yay. Very nice. Let's hear it.
Ruth Bellamy was killed by plasma damage to the upper vertebrae, the occipital bone, and the cerebellum. If it's any consolation, her death was instantaneous and painless. I've also discovered a poisonous compound in Miss Bellamy's stomach lining ingested during her last meal. Toxic, but not enough to kill her. Spencer Woolrich complained of a stomach ailment around the same time period. I assumed he was being, you know, Spencer. But now I'm not so sure.
Are you sure it wasn't just the hotel food?
The thought occurred to me. I tested this hypothesis by vacating the contents of my stomach and testing for the presence of the same toxin. Slightly elevated levels of mercury and an alarming amount of blue food coloring. But other than that, no. I'm certain it wasn't, as you put it, just the hotel food.
When we were talking, you called her Ruth Bellamy, not Halcyon Helen.
Oh, how curious. I do believe you're right. I wonder if this has something to do with the autopsy process. She was Halcyon Helen up until the moment I brought her to the operating table. But as soon as I cut her open, I stopped thinking of her as Halcyon Helen. It's almost as if she stopped being an icon and became a human being.
I guess that makes sense.
I had a feeling you'd understand.
Constable Keene is dead.
What? Sorry, this mask. Sometimes I can't hear correctly. It almost sounded like you said Maria Keene was dead.
She was murdered in her office.
Maria's been killed. I don't understand. How? Who did this?
She was poisoned by potassium chloride. Do you know anything about it?
Rather harmless on its own. Common ingredient in medicine, but it can have a lethal application. Potassium chloride, when delivered in a cocktail of neurotoxin and paralytic, leads to cardiac arrest. Oh, merciful law. I'm so sorry, Maria.
That's as much as I know.
Maria and I were frequently at loggerheads. We disagreed on practically everything. It didn't help that I'm on Mr. Kincannon's payroll and Maria is a Rizzo's loyalist. Was a Rizzo's loyalist. Apologies, Inspector. I don't have the heart to continue talking at the moment. Thank you for your time.
We'll talk later. Right. Autopsy report on Ruth Bellamy. Yeah, so a headshot with a plasma weapon. Patient logs. Bosch Hartford. And Nina Han. Alright, so people are complicated. Replacement parts of my tool.
The brochure never mentioned anything.
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
I need access to the VIP guest floor.
I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. Moreover, the guests were promised exclusivity. If I let you up there, I'll never hear the end of it.
The only guest who'd have a problem with me being up there would be the murderer.
That's a good point. If they give me guff, I can just tell them that they're obstructing justice. That has a nice ring to it. Let me just set you up with VIP guest floor access. Done. You can now come and go as you please.
Wonderful. Thank you. Novel.
What floor would you like to visit?
I'd like to visit the VIP guest floor.
If you see Black Hole Birdie, be sure to get an autograph for me. Just joking. I've already got one.
I'm getting worried about our mascot. Haven't seen him for a spell.
That's people. Whose room is this? Good. I'll take that. Anything of value in here? Nope. This must have been...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The charred fragments of a letter lies at the bottom of this wastebasket.
I can make out the words station, meeting point, and emergency.
Your observation is correct and quite astute.
Cold. Any idea when this happened?
Someone burned this letter shortly after Halcyon Helen's death.
I need a more solid lead. Better keep looking around. Yeah, this is Birdie's room.
A single footprint, size 10, tossball cleat sized.
Amplify, analyze the footprint for any residue.
The soil in this residue contains a very high concentration of oxygen.
High concentration of oxygen usually points to a terraformer.
Well done, Inspector. The weather monitoring station at the pilot house substitutes for a terraformer. The soil in his footprint likely came from there.
Clues I've found point me to Phaeton pilot house's weather monitoring station. Yeah, this is Birdie's room. And there's the cow that was stolen.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Multiple discrepancies detected. First discrepancy. A woolly cow is present in this hotel room. Woolly cows are an import species for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve and are incapable of affording upper-class accommodations. Second discrepancy. This woolly cow is dangerously inebriated with Rizzo Spectrum vodka. Alcohol sanguinization ratio exceeds recommended maximum.
Some worrying discoloration in its
An
eyes.
accurate observation, Inspector. This woolly cow is suffering from symptoms consistent with a hangover. A brief survey of this area reveals that the most recent occupants were athletes belonging to the Rizzo's Rangers Tossball Club.
Was Black Hole Birdie here?
Insufficient data. A brief survey of localized property damage, divided by the area of this room, yields the following estimate. This unit was likely occupied by every member of the Rizzo's Rangers. -1.
Conclude examination. No other discrepancies.
Zeke Hannigan, Rizzo's Rangers 16th back. Pleased to meet you. What can I do for you?
Would you happen to know why there's a woolly cow in one of the rooms?
We sort of borrowed her from the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve while we were drunk. I have no idea how we managed to sneak her in here without being spotted. Don't worry, we'll return her safe and sound. Mostly sound. Hungover is still sound, right?
I had some questions about Halcyon Helen's murder.
Oh, you must be that inspector people have been talking about. It's a damn shame about Miss Helen. She was always real good to me and the rest of the Rangers. Birdie's taking it pretty hard. Miss Helen was the love of his life. So, what did you want to know?
Tell me about Birdie and Helen.
Oh, Birdie was mad about Helen. He was certifiable. The big galoot loved Helen about as much as he loved the game. Trouble is, Birdie was not blessed with an abundance of temper. Helen kept Birdie steady. If he lost his temper around her, it'd be because something broke between the two of them.
Do you think Birdie could have killed Helen?
What? Law, no. Birdie's got a fierce temper, but there's no way he'd ever have laid a finger on Miss Helen.
Honestly? Where were you at the time of the murder?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but me and a couple of the other Rangers spent the night in Constable Keen's cells down at the spaceport. We didn't do anything serious, just a bit of pranks and vandalism. It's what usually happens when we all get to drinking. Guess Constable Keen saw things a bit differently and had us hauled off.
Was Birdie in jail with the rest of you?
No, we lost him somewhere along the way. Or maybe he managed to get away? I can't rightly remember. But he was definitely not sharing a cell with us. That much I know.
Can you think of anyone who would want to kill Helen?
Miss Helen was outspoken. She made her share of enemies on account of her expressing herself. Just between you and me, I heard rumors the Prophet never much cared for Helen's brand of blunt honesty.
Let's talk about something else.
What can I do for you?
What brings the Rangers to Eridanos?
Since it's the off-season, we're helping support the launch of Rizzo Spectrum Brown. Meet the fans, sign tossball cards, that sort of thing. Just between you and me, Rizzo's ought to cancel the whole event out of respect for Miss Helen.
How long have you been with the Rangers?
About half my life. You know I was named third most profitable investment on 2 non-consecutive seasons? Ain't a lot of players who can make that claim. Except for the guys who came in first and second, I guess. I spent the last season injured and almost got sold to the Hephaestus Hammers. But now I'm all convalesced. Ready to lay into some Cleo darlings, you know? Really break some legs.
That's all for now. Alright, you're not... You tossball guys are alright.
What the...
Anybody's room? And nothing else in this room. Keep using the getting the XP. Suspicious amounts of weapons, lockpicks. I'll grab these outfits as well. Got a pistol. Spencer is over that way, so let's go this.
Initiating banter protocol. Now simulating familiar and welcoming demeanor. Burbage 3001 is trained to recognize all board-approved actors. Greetings, fellow star. Your performance in Maverick Johnston's latest drama was memorable.
I see you've had some work done. Who upgraded you?
Burbage 3001's programming is frequently upgraded to adhere to board-certified standards. The most recent upgrade was performed by Spencer Woolrich. Banter protocol exhausted, reverting to default behavior, grieving and despair. Oh, Halcyon Helen, may your atoms be commended to the Aether.
You knew Halcyon Helen?
Burbage 3001 was designed to disrupt Halcyon Helen's monopoly over the Aetherwave serial market. This unit's programming is based on Helen's most famous roles. Burbage 3001. Anything Halcyon Helen can do, this unit can do slightly worse.
Does that include dying?
This unit has been programmed to simulate existential dread. Watch Burbage 3001 contemplate its mortality in the critically acclaimed drama, Waiting for Results. This unit has not yet completed its grief cycles, randomizing despair tables. Oh, Helen, is there no justice in the world?
Alright, I'm leaving. I want that top hat. Surprising lack of... From Spencer Ulrich to management. From management to Woolwich. Yeah, she gets the better room. Alright. Open at the pilot house. Johan Danger. Went to Lyle. Yeah, he's got a script.
About time you arrived. I see you haven't dressed the way I asked you to, but I suppose that was expecting too much of a non-industry lout. Expect a complaint to management. Now, unless you'd like to waste more of my time, I suggest we begin rehearsing. Ready? You've fallen right into my trap, Captain. Oh, don't bother to fight back. You cannot hope to stop me from installing philosophism as the system's reigning ideology.
I'm getting embarrassed by proxy. You want to talk like a human being?
I'd give you a stern admonition, but your bluntness suggests that you aren't with the hotel staff. Oh, no, this is curious indeed. Who are you, and how did you get in here?
I'm here to investigate the murder of Halcyon Helen. I'd like to ask a few questions.
You're here to investigate me? Oh, I assure you, I'm nothing special. Just an old crook with more money than time. That was a quote from The Retiree's Revenge, in which I played an ex-thief turned decrepit old man. But, of course, I'm certain you already recognized it. Now, what shall I sign first? Your weapon? Your wallet? Or perhaps something a little more personal? Undergarment signatures have been popular of late, or so I've heard.
I'm not here for an autograph. I'm here to ask you some questions.
Do you mean to say you're not a fan? Well, then how did you get in here? The only staffer cleared for guest room entry is the inspector for Bellamy's murder. Oh. Oh! Hello.
Hello.
Hi. terribly sorry, Inspector. I didn't realize it was you. Understand that I am beyond willing to comply with your search for the fiend that did Bellamy in. You know, now that I look at you, you're the perfect reflection of me, back when I starred in the Marauder's Pain. An absolute picture of justice. Ask me anything at all.
Dealing with a washed-up has-been.
You a straight answer.
I hear you were poisoned.
Indeed. The agonizing bowel pain was most undignifiing. While I've certainly had no shortage of inadequate hotel meals, this was most explicitly pronounced. I suspect poison. And who would be most likely to poison me but Chef Anwar? Oh, we've clashed almost non-stop about his slop preparation. He must have tainted my meal in retaliation.
Can you think of anyone other than the chef who would want to harm you?
None that I can think of. I treat all hotel staff equally, and with the minimum level of respect that they deserve.
Why didn't you go to the clinic for your stomach pains?
Is that a jibe? Could you imagine the tabloid headlines? Spencer Woolrich, Aetherwave star, spotted in gastronomic distress. Oh, unseemly hardly describes the half of it.
According to the coroner, Helen was also poisoned.
How alarming! Whoever targeted her was certainly targeting me. I can only thank my ironclad constitution that I'm standing here before you.
Helen wasn't killed by the poison.
Oh, that's very good to know. Perhaps the poisoner simply meant to incapacitate us both, disrupt the product launch. I couldn't say, Inspector. I'm merely an actor.
That's all I wanted to know.
Very well, then.
I'd like to ask you about the murder.
Certainly. But one quick question before we begin, if I may. How was it that Bellamy met her end?
Painfully, I'd say.
How awful. Whoever did this must have been quite heartless.
Where were you up to at the time of the murder?
I was meditating, of course. That's how I get into character.
I see. Got anybody who can corroborate that?
Respectfully, Inspector, it is rather counterproductive to commune with others while meditating.
You were meditating. Really?
All actors have their methods, and this has been mine ever since I met that wonderful prophet of profitability. She taught me it for my role in The Unemployed Cometh. I had to lie face down on artificially heated pavement. The director wanted our suffering to be convincing. Needless to say, being able to leave my body helped to mitigate the pain, both during the 8-hour shoot and with the second-degree burns afterwards. I owe that woman much.
Oh, no. How long have you worked with the Prophet?
Yeah, actually, only since I've been at the Colonial. The Unemployed Cometh was shot on site. That makes it, a few weeks. I cannot recommend her services enough. If you haven't been to see her yet, you really should.
Okay, back to my other questions.
I'll answer whatever you wish.
Did you know Helen well?
Bellamy has been my co-star throughout the autumn of my career. I should like to think I knew her. In fact, I cannot name a single role in the last 10 years that did not involve her in some way, unless you count the uncredited silent shopkeep on Melissa's meteoroids.
Must not have been too flattering always starring alongside a younger actress.
Oh, it wasn't. And don't think I haven't picked up on your tone. Resenting Bellamy is one thing, but killing her is another completely. It's also beneath me.
That's fair. Alright, speaking theoretically, how would you have killed the victim?
Oh, come now, Inspector. What do you take me for? I'm an old man. I neither have the time nor the willpower to kill people for fun. Besides, I have my reputation to think of.
Enough about that. Back to my other questions.
I suppose that is enough on that grim subject.
I've learned a thing or two about your activities at the hotel.
Oh, have you now? Please do go on. Don't leave me in suspense.
I found a bottle of tainted liquor. Might have had something to do with your poisoning.
That, yes. Yes. I distinctly recall ordering an alcoholic beverage with my meal. This hotel is certainly bringing a new meaning to the phrase rotgut. Management shall receive the complaint to end all complaints.
I spoke to Burbage. He told me you upgraded him.
I did indeed. With Halcyon Helen parading her fame about, I was left without an acting partner. Burbage is no exception. His acting protocols were nothing short of a joke. So I decided to make some modifications, installing him with some of my old serial quotes as, I think, improved his range. The way he bungled about with that weapon of his hardly befitted a dissident, so I modified it as well. He's much quicker on the draw now, though he's still a machine.
I've got my eye on you.
I'm quite used to being breathlessly watched.
Alright. Goodbye.
What floor would you like to visit?
To the lobby.
To the lobby we go.
And now we head to the kitchen.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis of this stovetop reveals an alarming degree of grease buildup, approximating proximity to volatile gases and chemicals. Chances of an explosive combustion upon next use currently at 92.9%.
Is this normal?
Most corporations have regular cleaning procedures to prevent damage to company property. Slug, already unlike most corporations in a variety of ways, does not. That or the employees tasked with inspecting are shirking their duties. For shame.
This seems like a workplace hazard. How hasn't Slug caught this?
Searching Slug work logs. No work log found. Creating conjecture. Slug has likely not fixed this issue due to a lack of responsibility on the part of their employees.
Alright. Yeah, I'm not going to detonate it.
Yes? Are you here for the double rack of smoked sprat? Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you'll have to wait. Oh, don't give me that look. Let me see if I can pencil you in for later. Actually, what am I saying? I can't do that. I'm booked for the next month. You'll have to make a reservation.
Uh-huh. I see. I'm here to investigate Halcyon Helen's murder. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
You're the inspector? Here? Why... I mean... You may ask me whatever you want. I have nothing to hide.
Did you prepare all of Helen's meals?
Of course I did. I would never allow anyone else to touch the meals of so important a guest.
Helen's last meal was poisoned.
Oh. Oh my law, this is the end, isn't it? My mother always warned me that the culinary world was too dangerous, but I didn't heed her warnings. Okay, I wasn't the one who did it, but I might have been mistaken when I said I was constantly watching Helen's food. Spencer Woolrich and Bellhop Owens were underfoot in the kitchen as I was preparing Helen's meal. Either one of them could have tampered with the food when I was fetching ingredients.
Any idea where I might be able to find Bellhop Owens?
Yes, but not specifically. Owens often procures exotic ingredients from the creatures at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. Our guests can be rather particular. Let's not talk about the incident with the Raptidon pheromone glands. It's always hard to say when Owens might be back. If I were you, I'd make a trek to the reserve myself. Otherwise, who knows how long you'll have to wait.
Why were you being so evasive about leaving Helen's food unattended?
Well, it's a breach of professionalism, of course. Why else would I worry about it?
Yeah, because you're
No,
hiding something.
I don't think that's the case. Sorry to disappoint you. I may have taken some time to engage in a teensy bit of recreational drinking, and consequently, I may have been somewhat less than coherent after preparing Helen's meal.
Alibi's a little thin here. Yeah, why should I believe anything that you're saying?
I understand your reluctance, but... Oh, I just remembered. The kitchen security camera. It'll prove I'm telling the truth about everything. Constable Keene has access to the security footage in her office at the spaceport. If you visit her, you can figure out what truly happened with Helen's meal.
Yeah. What was Spencer Woolrich doing around the kitchen?
Mr. Woolrich often finds the hotel's meals wanting. He seems to enjoy complaining in person. While I could appreciate someone with a discerning palate for once, I believe that Mr. Woolrich simply enjoys the attention he gets from us. Though don't tell him I said as much. If you wish to speak with him, Mr. Woolrich can most likely be found in his suite on the VIP guest floor. He's usually there if he's not poking around here.
Alright, that's all I wanted to ask about. Guess we'll see if you're telling the truth.
Thank you for your understanding, Inspector. I'm sure you'll find the true culprit before long.
Alright. Now we're gonna find Owens. And the constabulary. Let's go to Owens first. Okay. Owens is in over there. There we go. Reloading. We'll have that. So we have some evidence. And we're going to go all the way to the other side. That's the Purpleberry orchards. Okay.
Did I hear something?
There we go. Reload. And we go this way. There we go. Just wreck them. We've got bullets. That's a lot of asteroids. That's the only one we haven't been to yet. Alright, let's go. Off we go to the spaceport. Yeah, security footage. Search the kitchen. All right. Okay. Who's this going here?
You got an appointment?
Yeah, not the person I want to talk to. Is there anybody? Nothing. Okay, we're done here. Okay. Get back to the hotel.
What floor would you like to visit?
Yeah. I would like to go to the VIP guest floor.
See Black Hole Birdie. Be sure to get an autograph for me. Just joking. I've already got one.
Yay. Then we need to go this way.
I could not have waited another instant for your presence. The Canes and the Canids, Act 2, Scene 6. I played a love-struck janitor. Ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer.
Got a few more questions to ask you about that poisoning.
Oh, must I relive that ghastly event again? My intestines still have yet to fully recover. But I suppose we may discuss it further.
According to the coroner, Helen was also poisoned.
Alarming!
Right. Can't think of anyone else. No. That's all I wanted to know. Learned a thing or two about your activities in the hotel.
Have you now? Please do go on. Don't leave me in suspense.
So, quick question. What was it you wanted with a Terra Ray bile gland?
What? That damned bellhop promised discretion. Well, if you must know, it's an appetite suppressant. How do you think I keep my form so lithe? Terra Ray glands keep me from feeling hunger pangs.
I have security footage of you tampering with Helen's last meal.
Tampering? No, no, no. I just happened to be passing through the kitchen and saw a dish that looked good. If being hungry is a crime, you better indict 3/4 of Halcyon.
If the Terra was an appetite suppressant, you wouldn't be hungry if you took it.
Oh, well, there's... maybe I just wanted to see what was in it. Oh, law. What a pathetic defense. As it so happens, I may not have had the Terra Ray gland acquired for personal use. I may have placed it in Bellamy's meal. But before you indict me, please, just listen. I wasn't trying to kill her.
So you lied about being poisoned.
Lie is such a strong word. But even if I had chosen to poison myself, the danger should have been minimal. Terra ray glands aren't supposed to be lethally poisonous. They're supposed to cause extreme lethargy, as if you'd inhaled several quarts of Spectrum vodka. She would have had to eat 6 or 7 of the glands to die, and even then, it would be an extended, arduous process.
He knows a lot about this. Yeah, you really seem like a toxicologist. Or maybe you played one on the Aetherwave?
No, really, you must listen. I wasn't trying to kill Bellamy. I only wanted her to be incapacitated during the Brown unveiling. With her out of commission, the next available celebrity, myself, would get to host the unveiling. Please think twice about telling the administrator of my misdeeds. If he learns the truth, what's left of my career will be left in shambles.
I'm not sure yet. Maybe I'll flip a bit cut.
A bit cart? You're going to place my future well-being on whichever way a bit cart lands? I cannot believe this. Fine. I hope it falls in my favor.
You didn't shoot her. You don't know that she was shot, so you're good.
What floor would you like to visit?
Birdie has no motive and a fairly freaking solid alibi.
Next stop, the finest seat in the house.
Same goes for what's her face. Examine the board more closely. Examine the suspects. Who could have killed Halcyon Helen? What was their motive? Let's look at Birdie. Birdie was dating Helen at the time of her death. Examine the tossball stick. Consider the other suspects. Spencer Woolrich. Examine the footage. The invoice. Consider additional evidence. The model needler gun. And the bottle of brown. The list of victims. Constable Keene. Dr. Blossom. Halcyon Helen. Or Ruth Bellamy. After the murder, look at the lab and the orchards and the spaceport and the profitability. You don't have an yeah, you're not the suspect. You're not. Yeah, you're not a suspect. You seem really lazy. And you're just a pompous ass who would be too lazy to do it as well.
everything's so soft and silky and expensive. Oh gosh, I hope I don't get any grease stains on the furniture.
Did you know the smoke from high society cigarettes is 10.07% more likely to leave odor and discoloration in fabrics than other leading brands?
I do love all the wall space. So much room for trophies.
I call the big bed. Anyone wants to challenge me, we can play a hand of cards.
Anybody else in here? No.
The opulence of this place is stifling.
Felix?
So this is what a clean room smells like.
Inspector, I've just received word that Constable Keene is dead. Please tell me it isn't true.
I'm sorry, I don't know anything about that.
No, I can't imagine you'd be aware. It all happened so quickly. Halcyon Helen, Leora Blossom, Maria Keene. There's a murderer on the loose, Inspector. You must stop them. I don't have Maria to count on anymore, so I'm counting on you.
Let's change the topic.
What can I do for you?
I'll be back.
What floor would you like to visit?
I want to leave. Gonna fast travel over to the other side of the map. Piraeus Spaceport. And we're going to
Appointment.
No.
Then get.
Look, I'm an investigator. I need to speak with Cedric.
No appointment? No talking to Mr. Kincannon.
Can I make an appointment for right now?
Not entirely out of the question. Convince me.
The inspector is here to see Cedric. There will be no other outcome.
Inspector, you said? Well, maybe he'll appreciate your blunt charms. Maybe not. We'll see what he has to say. Mr. Kincannon, got an inspector here demanding to see you. Want me to call the guards?
No, thank you, Eileen. I've been expecting her. Send her up, please.
Where is he? Oh, there you are.
Ah, Inspector. Eileen is my right-hand woman and the finest assistant to ever grace this office. She is also tremendously skilled in causing physical harm. I recommend you do not insult her with any further attempts at intimidation. Now then, here for my alibi, I assume.
Later. First I want an explanation for that nonsense outside.
Another murder? Drunk Raptidons? Black Hole Birdie practicing his hacking in the middle of the street? Stop me if it's one of those, or I'll just keep guessing.
I had a run-in with some slug agents.
Sounds as though you've already sorted it out yourself.
How do thugs get their hands on slug gear?
Slug uniforms do seem to go missing from the hotel laundry with impressive regularity. Easy enough for someone to nick a few. Now ask yourself this. Why would anyone give thugs slug gear and send them after you?
Clearly, whoever's behind this wants to pit me against Slug.
Right again, Inspector. But I can't fathom who would benefit from tarnishing my reputation like that. Can you?
Presumably Ludovico more than anyone, given your work relationship.
You said it, not me. So, as you've deduced, I did not send anyone from Slug after you, nor is it likely they assigned themselves that task. Still, I am sorry for the trouble, Inspector. With that settled, I assume you'll want to know where I was the night of Helen's murder.
Let's hear it.
Let's see. That night, I was... torturing Elliot Nasser for information on missing cargo. That was a messy one. Didn't break until nearly noon the next day. Can you imagine?
When you say break...
His spine, specifically. If you'd like to know the exact vertebrae, I'm afraid I don't know. I can tell you he's quite dead. Not that it matters much. You'd be a fool to believe me, regardless of what I told you. People lie, and I am, incriminatingly, people.
Then how am I supposed to trust anything you say?
It's as I said. You shouldn't. If it helps, however, you might consider pursuing not my means, but my motive. Why in the name of the architect would I kill Halcyon Helen? She was making me a fortune.
So Helen's death is a net loss for Slug?
I'm considering a line of commemorative merchandise. Still, that's nothing compared to what Helen would have made us in the long run.
Long-term profits trump short-term reward.
I have a mystery of my own to solve, I'm afraid.
I take it the guy you tortured wasn't the source of your missing cargo then.
Oh, Elliot stole from me, all right. Alas, you're right in that his was a singular, isolated incident, and as such, does not resolve a concerning broader trend. Items are disappearing from Slug's storage and processing warehouse. The thefts began a week before Helen's unfortunate death, and there have been more instances since. Before you ask, I know the difference between cargo going missing and cargo going missing. This is the latter.
Ah. The fun missing. What's gone missing specifically?
Nothing unsavory, and nothing Ludovico shouldn't know about, if that's your concern. I'm quite serious when I say Slug is a legitimate business. As to the specifics, I'm not sure. The warehouse foreman should be able to tell you. Before you ask, I know the difference between cargo going missing and cargo going missing. This is the latter.
What's the connection to Helen's murder?
I'm not sure. I'm only confident there is one. That the thefts began mere days before Helen's untimely demise is an extraordinary coincidence. I'm not a man who believes in happenstance, Inspector. I do not trust it.
I guess I can't guarantee the theft isn't related to the murder.
I certainly wouldn't take that bet. Regardless, this will be fun. You out in the field, chasing down leads. Me, scheming in my office, preparing to unspeakably mangle the perpetrator.
I like to commit my own horrific bodily harm, thanks.
Oh, I never subcontract out that type of work, Inspector. You'll want to speak with Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman. I've cleared her as a suspect myself, but should she refuse to cooperate, shoot her. No, I'm joking. If she won't cooperate, tell me and I will shoot her. And do feel free to search my office for clues while you're here. Don't hold back on my account.
I'll get on before I get started.
Was there something else you wanted to discuss?
The constable is dead.
Constable Keene? Now that is a damn shame. Am I right to think this wasn't a workplace accident?
This was a murderer, right?
It seems murder is becoming an unsettling trend on Eridanos as of late. Thank you for informing me of Constable Keene's passing. When you find her killer, please be certain to make them suffer.
You're actually upset about this.
We may have been on opposite sides of the law on occasion, but we were not enemies. Perhaps it will shock you to hear her loss saddens me. Maria was a decent soul, and law knows those are in short supply around here. A little square, perhaps, in her dedication to the rules, but good nonetheless. I'm also saddened to have lost an occasional drinking buddy. She was quite good at cards, you know.
I'm sorry. Constable Keene, she didn't deserve this.
No, she didn't. But let's discuss something else. Do you have other matters requiring my attention?
Why does Ludovico hate you so much anyway?
The original incident? I made him an offer he should have refused.
Would you put a severed raptidon head in his bed?
What? No. Law, no. Why in the architect's name would you think that? Our combative relationship stems from paperwork, mundanely enough. Rizzo's contracted Sublight to construct the Eridanos atmospheric complex.
Fair enough.
Had Lou wanted Rizzo's to retain full control of Eridanos, he shouldn't have skimmed the revised contract I sent him. Lou's an administrator, for law's sake. I thought he would adore all the fine print I added.
How fine of print are we talking?
Still technically visible to the human eye, but only just. You're quite good at this. It was all perfectly legal, too, which irked Lou to no end. My power grab, as Lou called it, planted the seed of hatred. And Lou, obsessed with what should have been, has made sure to water it daily with his bitterness and anger.
Alright. I'm sure all the sniping you do at each other helps.
Oh, I'm not an innocent party here. Please don't think I'm claiming to be. Provoking Lou may be fun, but I do have my reasons. Slug's control of Eridanos is a crucial step in my long-term plans for Sublight. The board needs to see irrefutable proof we are a respectable, legitimate business.
Is this the part where you cackle and reveal your evil grand plan?
Oh, that does sound fun, though. Is securing a board seat for Sublight evil enough?
Yep.
Surely we can at least agree that it's grand. Meanwhile, our dear administrator is still laser-focused on old slights, which can be a nuisance. He's grown increasingly desperate to catch Slug with our hand in the proverbial cookie jar as of late, convinced we're involved in less than legal business opportunities.
Which, of course, you are.
I wish I could wink, but it always looks like I have something caught in my eye.
Oh, excuse me then.
A cursory fingerprint analysis shows this display case was recently opened or closed.
The gun on the bottom looks special. Has it been customized?
Confirmed. The grip has been modified for a specific wielder, most likely the rifle's owner. Additionally, the plasma rifle sights appear to have been realigned to better accommodate a shooter with slight myopia in one eye.
Analyze the
The
fingerprints
fingerprints
further.
belong to Cedric Kincannon.
Yeah. As I expected. Not that someone couldn't have accessed the cabinet using gloves. You consider, but the simplest solution is often the right one.
Oh, admiring my rifle. Had it custom fitted by a woman on Monarch.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This copy of TK contains 142 fewer pages than a standard copy. The missing pages were likely removed to create sufficient space for the hidden listening device inside.
Short-range transmission capabilities. The receiver must be somewhere nearby.
Inspector, please consider speaking into the device in order to trace the transmission and reveal the receiver's location. Poor woolly cow impression transmitted. Transmission analysis complete. While the precise location of the receiver could not be pinpointed, it has been narrowed down to a smaller, approximate range.
How long has this been here?
Analysis inconclusive. However, there is a minor accumulation of dust particles present on the book's uppermost surface.
Very nice. Examine the surrounding
The
area.
area within a 0.5 meter radius of the book possesses a dust coating comprised of at least twice the number of particles.
Wild guess. The bug was planted roughly a week before Helen's
That
death.
is highly likely, Inspector.
Conclude examination.
What's that you found? No, wait, don't tell me. Let's save it for the big reveal once we've solved the case.
Anything else up here?
Timeline discrepancy. Transmission endpoint discovered. The receiver in this book matches the transmitter to the listening device found in Cedric's office. It's somewhat grime-covered.
How long has this been on the ground?
Based on the accumulated mix of sludge and detritus, the receiver has been present since approximately a week before Helen's death.
Any clues as to who put it
Due to
here?
the high level of foot traffic in this area, this unit is unable to determine who placed the device.
Okay. Now let's go talk with Ella Tinsley.
Hi there. Sorry, this area is off limits to port vision. Oh, wait half a second. You're the inspector. Sorry about that. I'll buzz you right in.
Thank you. You're very polite.
Feel free to have a look around, man.
Yeah, she's all the way up there. Outgoing to B. Chan. Missing stuff. Alright, missing cargo list. 8 cases of purple berry punch, 2 boxes of pins, 16 pallets of milk. Portrait images of Spencer Woolwich. Protective clothing, a safety harness. Swords. Alright, incoming messages. It happened again. Alright. Let's talk to you.
You're the inspector, aren't you? Boss Kincannon said you'd be by about the cargo that's been going missing. Gosh, this is so neat. A real-life inspector. What's that like? Have you solved any mysteries yet? Ever had to shoot a suspect?
I've had to take down a few perps, yeah.
Perps? Just like a real inspector. Right, so the missing cargo. How can I help your investigation?
What's the culprit been stealing?
That's the weird part. There's no pattern, far as I can tell. The thefts don't make sense. I ask you, who would steal a handful of Spacer's Choice Sabers, so dull they can barely cut mud, but leave the spectrum black? Ugh. Who'd be desperate enough to want to steal a Spacer's Choice Saber, full stop?
Sounds like our perp's not fencing the stolen goods.
Yeah, probably not. No one's dumb enough to think Spacer's Choice Sabers are worth half a damn. Then there's the most recent theft. 5 boxes of pens and a couple of sodas. I can't decide which one's sadder.
I see what you mean about there not being a pattern.
Well, I'm no inspector. If there is one, I'm sure you'll find it.
Who has access to the cargo?
Everyone here at Freight Storage and Processing, for a start. Thing is, the cargo is going missing before the shipments even get to the warehouse. Best I can figure, it's probably getting lost in the shipping yard. As for who has access there, Benton Chan, he's the shipping yard manager. He told me it's mainly just the loading automechs that handle cargo.
Maybe there's a problem with the automechs.
Could be. Those things will break if you so much as look at them funny. That's Benton's area, but don't bother asking him for help. Last time I asked him to check the automechs, the whole head told me he couldn't help because he was dead.
Is he dead?
Brain dead, maybe. But no. My point is that if you think the automechs are a lead, you'll have to check on them yourself. Hopefully, you're mechanically inclined.
Any idea why someone would want to bug Cedric's office?
Maybe they're keen on cashing out and want to go as painfully as possible. I don't know. Boss Kincannon's office is where he holds most of his meetings with important folks like Ms. Helen. Just about all negotiations happen in his office too. Vendor pricing, major purchase orders, rentals for construction projects, you name it.
That's enough for now.
Oh, before I forget, I figured you might want to access my terminal, so I had a spare keycard made. It's all yours.
Anything on there I should know about?
Oh no, I forgot to delete all of those incriminating messages I sent about which cargo to steal. Nah, I do have a list of cargo that's gone missing though, if that helps any.
No, I've already read all that, so thank you, Ella. You've been nothing but helpful. Oh, I see something out of the ordinary up there.
Is Fight Night still on then?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
500 riding on Dr. Billy taking it all.
You bet on a sprat named Dr. Billy? What's he a doctor of?
Victory.
The biology of this sprat is highly unusual. This sprat has been in contact with multiple parasites, yet shows no symptoms of infection.
Interesting. Sprats do have highly adaptive immune systems.
An excellent point, Inspector. The unique immunological subsystem found in sprats is advantageous in fending off parasites, pathogens, and other biological threats.
Why is this sprat so
A
big?
cursory analysis of this organism's anatomy suggests it was bred deliberately for its unusually large size.
What would anyone want with an unusually large sprat
Based
for?
on slug records of board-issued punitive sanctions against sublight salvage and shipping, this sprat is most likely intended for cage fighting.
Interesting.
Tell that to the good doctor. He does what he...
Okay. No. Gonna do that one.
Study. Do sprats even live that long?
Having a discussion about the possibilities of sprats getting a tertiary education.
You one of the new workers? A lost tourist? Wait, I don't care. Just don't knock anything over.
Alright, see you around.
What was that?
The shipping manifests. Rat King. 2 canisters of cacao milk. And a spanker. Alright. Nothing.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
This unit is worth more than your entire extended family.
Inspector, this loading automechanical's programming does not match factory default settings. The standard defensive protocol has been modified to include an additional trigger.
Identify the new trigger.
There is a directive in place to initiate defensive protocol should an unsanctioned data log installed in this automechanical be removed.
Scan for signs of unusual behavior.
Automechanical maintenance records indicate this particular unit is frequently reported as out of position or missing for periods of time.
Define standard defensive
For
protocol.
Type K-19 cargo transport automechanicals, defensive protocol is triggered by attempted interference with cargo, or its transportation, or attempted destruction of the unit. Once triggered, defensive protocol targets the perpetrator and applies lethal force until the target has been deceased for a minimum of 3 minutes.
Let's have a look inside this automech. First, there's got to be a control terminal somewhere. No terminals in here. Okay. Hmm. Hey, what's in here? I'll take that. Hmm. Inventory.
Huh, who's there? Time to die.
And let's reload. Grab those. Grab that.
Loading automechanical unit K-14 is fully operational at 99% power. Please
Yay.
designate the cargo to be transported and its destination. How can this automechanical assist you?
Hi, I'm here to look at your data logs.
Certainly. Access panel is now unlocked.
Disable the failsafe.
Failsafe successfully disabled. Kill mode deactivated.
View the most recently added data log.
Data log 17C.
View the most recently added data log. Looks like this automech has instructions to skim random cargo every 1 to 4 days. There's also an instruction to steal a specific package. 6875. What was in shipment 6875?
Apologies. This unit does not have access to cargo inventory lists. Unit entering standby mode. Have a nice day.
Okay. 6785. Oh, 6875. Let's see what missing cargo list. 25 cases of blasting agent and 3 boxes of dark matter bars. That's bad. Ooh, 4 vending machines. We can get some more bullets. Got more.
Inspector, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I've solved your cargo skimming issue.
Ooh, I love this part. The big reveal. So tell me, what happened?
Don't get too excited. I don't know who the culprit is.
Well, that is disappointing. Still, you said you've determined how the theft is occurring?
Somebody bypassed the loading next security system and rewired them to skim random goods.
Damn, you're good. Hacking the Automex. So that was our skimmer's game. But why? Everything that was stolen has seemed random. I certainly see no pattern.
The theft was random, except for a single shipment.
So, our culprit had something specific they wished to acquire and used the random theft as a smokescreen. I must say, Inspector, you've done excellent work on this case. Then that just leaves how the culprit knew where their true target would be, or indeed, that slug would soon possess it. Okay, that's very impressive. Don't ever touch me again. Am I right to think what you found in my office earlier was the other half of this listening device?
Sure was. And whoever this device belongs to, that's our culprit.
Not quite, Inspector. That listening device belongs to me. I lent it to Halcyon Helen to assist her with role research.
Helen can't be behind the theft. She's dead.
Yes, I do realize that. Thank you. You'll recall the thefts began in the week leading up to her death. Plenty of time to hack an automechanical and program it to steal. She must have died before she could turn it off. Unbelievable. I helped her. Gave her whatever she needed. I thought we were doing each other a good turn.
I doubt it was personal.
This is a betrayal, Inspector. I do not take betrayal lightly. Helen should consider herself very lucky indeed that she is already among the dead, and that some other bastard beat me to putting her in the ground.
Well, it seems we found your motive, Cedric.
Yes, I suppose we have. There is, however, a
True.
slight chronological incongruency to it. I now have a motive to kill Halcyon Helen, but Halcyon Helen is already dead.
Yeah,
If
so
I'd known Helen was stealing from me,
complications.
I may very well have killed her, or had her killed. Alas, I did not.
I suppose not.
Again, I appreciate your assistance with this matter, and with the larger mystery at hand. I wish you luck with your investigation, though I doubt you'll need it. You'll find Helen's murderer. I'm confident of that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must find a way to excise my anger that minimally damages my business empire. I expect it will involve shooting quite a lot of guns.
Oh, you have fun with that, my friend. So the bigger mystery is who done it? And my choices boil down to picture perfect alibi, picture perfect alibi, another good alibi, and not the best alibi, but not the most effective culprit.
Huh? What was that? That frown? Just wanted to make you smile.
There we go. They're becoming far too frequent. Reload. And in we go. Yay. Just walking through. Oh, vending machines. Give me bullets. And bullets, bullets, bullets.
What floor would you like to visit?
I would like to go to the penthouse suite.
The finest seat in the house.
Yay. Up we go. Very good. Put all that away.
Inspector?
I've managed to track down Black Hole Birdie.
I'm pleased to hear that. Bertie Holcomb is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers property. When Helen was murdered, Bertie was nowhere to be found. The timing of his disappearance is unfortunate.
Birdie's something of a character, but he's harmless. I feel a little bad for him.
Try not to feel too bad for him. Bertie is a brilliant athlete. The universe has balanced his talent by making him a slackwit.
Lost his go easy on him. Just lost the love of his life.
I don't understand what it was that Helen saw in Bertie. Whatever it was, she seemed to trust him implicitly. He was always on his best behavior around her. Or he tried. I'm not a heartless man, Inspector. I know that losing Helen must have shaken Birdie to his core. Be
Yeah.
plain with me, Inspector. Do you believe Black Hole Birdie killed Helen?
I really don't.
I'm relieved to hear that. I happen to be something of a fan of the hack attack. I'd hate to see him processed for murder, but we need to be absolutely sure. I'd like you to continue your investigation. Notify me as soon as you're ready to make a formal accusation.
By the way, Birdie agreed to stay at the Grand Colonial.
I appreciate that. I'd rather keep Birdie within the public eye than let him languish in a bar at the docks. I'll make my report of your investigation into Birdie. Do you have anything else for me?
Yes. I completed my investigation into Helen's poisoning.
Excellent. I trust you have a name for our poisoner.
Ooh. He's a pompous ass. But... yeah, no, they covered their tracks too well.
Are you saying you were outmaneuvered, Inspector? Because that isn't what I want to hear. What I want to hear is, yes, Mr. Ludovico, I've discovered the identity of a dangerous anarchist. I hope you will redouble your efforts in pursuit of Helen's killer.
I finished my investigation into Jasmine Leva, the prophet of profitability.
Ms. Leva earned that title, but not for the reasons you'd expect. The profit business has been profitable for the hotel. Not so much for Ms. Leva's followers. So, tell me, what did you find?
She really wants to be arrested.
She wants to be arrested? That's not the kind of behavior I expect from a suspect. Perhaps she's carrying a guilty conscience. Does the prophet strike you as a reasonable candidate for Helen's murderer?
I'm still considering all my options, but no, I doubt she did it.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you for the update, Inspector. I'll include everything you've told me in my official report.
And I've looked into Cedric.
Closely, I trust. Tell me what you found.
I'm about to disappoint you. He's got an alibi.
Of course he's got an alibi. He runs Sublight Underground. He probably starts his day by preparing half a dozen alibis. With that in mind, do you think Cedric was responsible for Helen's death?
Helen was making money for Cedric. I doubt he has a motive for killing her.
No motive. That's disappointing, because it's exactly the conclusion he'd want us to make. Unfortunately, even I don't have the authority to detain Cedric. His line of work is dangerous, though. There's always a chance for an accident.
Sorry to disappoint you, Ludovico. He's alive and well.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I've already lost Dr. Blossom and Constable Keene, but at least Cedric's alive. The universe is a just place.
I'll be back. Ooh, I leveled up. I'm gonna put some more points into hack. I want to get that maxed out as soon as possible. And my new perk will be... I started using this a little more, so yeah. Alright.
Inspector?
Alright. The criminal is... I know who killed Halcyon Helen.
I've been waiting for this. Tell me, Inspector, who killed Halcyon Helen?
You did.
I beg your pardon. You think I killed Halcyon Helen?
I've got proof. You tampered with Burbage 3001. You tried to cover your tracks.
There's nothing to prove. I don't understand. Are you trying to make a mockery of justice, or are you really this incompetent? I expect you to deliver the name of Helen's killer. I expect you to deliver results, Inspector. And if you can't withstand the pressure, then I expect you to resign. We're done. Your services are no longer necessary.
I've got data proving that you programmed Burbage to fire on Helen.
You what? Now wait just a minute. That data was acquired illegally.
Evidence is evidence. Come clean, Ludovico.
All right, fine. Let's do this your way. You say I programmed Burbage to fire on Helen. Why? Helen was critical to my operations on Eridanos. I have no reasonable motive.
This investigation is your motive. You're trying to pin this murder on someone.
I admit, I have been encouraging you to resolve this case as quickly as possible. Helen's death is a stain on our reputation. I don't want it becoming permanent. It wasn't enough that she smile for our cameras and kiss a bottle of Spectrum Brown. No, she had to know what was in it, how it was made, why it was made.
So you lost your nerve. She asked questions and you had to silence her.
Of course I lost my nerve. Helen was going to ruin everything. I don't see any point in continuing this charade. Yes, I killed Halcyon Helen. I confronted her in the grand ballroom. One blow to the back of the head. Burbage finished her off. No cameras, no witnesses, no spoiled actors threatening to undermine the future of Halcyon.
Except you... Oh, Lord, please don't tell me this has something to do with those parasites.
They are not parasites. These creatures are a gift. Wait, don't move a muscle. Someone's just tripped my alarm. And my security defenses. And killed my patrols. The distillery is under attack. Someone's after me, Inspector. I need you over here right now.
No, what you need is a less obvious trap. How dumb do you think I am?
I appreciate your skepticism, Inspector, but this is not a trap. There's a security breach at my distillery. Damn it, someone's interfering with my transmission. Can you read the...
So guys, should we help him out or...
Whoever the real killer is. I got a feeling they're going after Mr. Ludovico. We need to catch up to him. Fast.
I guess, if we have to. Getting kind of tired of kicking my heels up in the penthouse all day.
All right. I got nothing going on.
We should definitely go. As for helping him, maybe we take the wait-and-see approach?
From the depths of Terra 2 to the heights of Eridanos, there's no mess that your SAM unit can't unstick, unclog, or unsully.
I feel those words, Sam.
The importance of compassion.
They're all like, yeah, we'll help, but we don't need to go 100%. Alright, he took all the bullets. Good. I need more bullets. Oops. Didn't need to do that. Okay, off we go. There's a bunch of these guys again. I saw yous. I saw your health bars. Where are you hiding? Ah, there you are. Come on. Take all the bullets. Thank you. Parasite jelly. Reloading. Good. Come on. Kill the spawnling.
This reeks of unhappiness. Wanna be your friend?
Good. That's another problem gone. We go to the distillation station. Okay. Yeah, it's Halcyon Helen. I think.
It's you. I had a feeling you'd catch up to me sooner or later, Inspector. I was just hoping you'd find me standing over the administrator's corpse.
What in law's name? Halcyon Helen, how are you still alive?
Oh, is that Ludovico I hear? Perfect. I'm so glad he's still in the building. Would you mind letting him know I'm about to blow his whole operation to flinders?
No, that's a fair question. You want to explain how you're still alive?
Brace yourself, Inspector. You're about to learn the biggest secret in the Aetherwave industry. Halcyon Helen was never one person. I shared this role with my twin sister, Belinda. Belinda and I were the best kept secret in the business. Nobody could tell us apart. Certainly not a peevish, petty, miserable little worm like Quentin Ludovico.
Oh, what a plot twist.
So when I discovered the truth, when I realized what Ludovico was about to unleash on this colony, Belinda paid the price.
I know. Mr. Ludovico was just in the middle of confessing when you attacked.
Yes, Helen, I did it. Is that what you wanted to hear? I'd do it again. If it means defending Halcyon's future, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Tell the truth, Ludovico. There's nothing safe about Spectrum Brown. You want to infest this entire colony with those disgusting parasites.
They're not parasites. These creatures are symbiotic life forms. They belong to the highest order of life form, capable of living in perfect harmony with humanity. The symbiotes evoke a feeling of joy in their host, a bliss so pure, so profound as to render the most exquisite recreational substance obsolete. Oh, don't you see, Inspector? I want to bring joy back to Halcyon. I want this colony to smile again.
They're not symbiotes. I've seen the way the infected behave.
A host only turns violent if they're carrying too many symbiotes, or if they see you as a threat. In its natural state, the relationship between symbiote and host is perfectly harmless. Listen to me. I never wanted to take a life, but I had no choice. I couldn't let anyone destroy this colony's only chance at real happiness. But what about Helen? What about all the innocent people she's killed?
No one I crossed off was innocent.
That was you and the lab. That was you and the labs. You killed Dr. Blossom.
Have you met Dr. Blossom? She was practically a reptile. A cold-blooded psychopath who toyed with human lives in the name of scientific advancement. Leora Blossom wasn't a person. She was a weapon in Ludovico's arsenal. You call it murder? I call it disarming my enemy.
I know you killed the Rangers mascot.
The mascot was a spy working for Ludovico. He was ordered to keep an eye on Belinda and I, and report back to his master.
You're being paranoid. I barely knew the fellow.
Don't try to deny it. Anywhere Belinda and I went, that mascot was there, just watching us with those cold, dead eyes.
Pretty sure he wasn't working for the administrator.
He was a Rizzo's employee. He belonged to Ludovico's horrible little family of grinning idiots. Dr. Leora Blossom, Maria Keene, that flackwit of a mascot, they were standing between me and Ludovico, so I did what I had to do. I went through them.
You killed Constable Keene? She was on your side.
She was on Ludovico's side. When she realized I was alive, she refused to stay silent. I gave Maria a chance. I told her about Belinda. I asked for her help, but she turned me down. She was honor-bound to report me to Ludovico. Maria had a duty to her company, and I had a duty to Belinda. We both did what we had to. But in the end, I was the faster shot.
I've heard enough.
You know what you need to do. Help me avenge Belinda. Help me put a stop to this.
Don't listen to her. Listen to me. Throw in with Helen and you destroy Halcyon's only chance at real happiness. Think of the future, Inspector. A lifetime of bliss and joy for every colonist in Halcyon. We can make that happen.
I'm helping you, Helen, but once we get out of here, I expect answers.
It's a deal. We don't have a lot of time. We need to get out of here.
Not so fast. I've sealed the bulkhead doors. You're staying right where you are. I'm sorry to do this to you, Inspector. Truly I am. If it's any consolation, Helen has brought some remarkably powerful explosives. Your death should be instantaneous. Goodbye, Inspector. Helen, we won't meet again.
Damn it. He sealed us in, but I think I know another way out. Follow me and stay close.
Let's move. Oh, and I level up. Let's boost up lie, because that's my highest highest communication skill.
Head through that door. There's another way out.
Yeah, got him. Okay. Ah, shit.
Nice work. We're close to the exit.
Let's go.
We made it. Nice work, Inspector.
Yay.
We may have put a stop to Ludovico's operations, but he's still at large. He's probably gone into hiding, so we're going to root him out.
What's the plan?
This entire complex has been exposed to those parasites. Law only knows how many they've infected. Most of them won't even know they're carrying a parasite inside of them. If they're showing symptoms, it's probably already too late. Boundless energy, insufferable joy, an almost saccharine attitude of optimism. Then just like that, parasites bursting out of their bodies, fat and wriggling with vital energy.
It must be some kind of pesticide, benign to humans, lethal to parasites.
You're a step ahead of me, Inspector. Clearly a woman of many talents. An airborne pesticide of some kind. I think you may be onto something. Let's meet back at your penthouse. We'll ready our next move.
I'll meet you there.
See you soon, Inspector.
And we head back up into Eridanus. Hey, Omega and Raiders. Hello, everybody. How are we? It's a raid. You're raiding me. I'm raiding me. Everybody's raiding. How are we all today? How close are you to? How close are you now, Omega, to finishing Sky 2nd chapter? I have no booty. Really? You're that far behind? I'm like almost halfway through Cold Steel now. Take all the bullets. Yeah, I know. I'm just giving you, I'm just giving you shit. Making a ton of progress in this as well. There used to be more people here.
What floor would you like to visit?
It is.
Next stop, the finest seat in the house.
And this is the hardest DLC of the game. And the last DLC. There she is.
It's strange. When you walk through that door, I half expected to see Belinda. Belinda and I practically shared a
better
life.
than Starfield is...
Losing her feels like losing a limb. She's conspicuous by her absence.
I'm sorry. This must be difficult for you.
I appreciate the sympathy, Inspector. Thank you. I'll appreciate your help even more. We shut down Ludovico's distillation plant, but he's not going to sit idly
Yeah.
by. If you can't
I
use
do plan
Spectre
on
ground to
playing
infect the colony, I'll resort to
Mass
some kind of
Effect for
backup
the...
plan. I stole this formula from Dr. Blossom, a failed prototype of Spectrum Brown.
43rd
Look at
time
this. The prototype had
in the future.
opposite effect, and actually made you immune to the parasites.
And also, so your immune system could destroy the parasites before the larval stage.
Precisely. I see we're in your wheelhouse, Inspector. Or do you prefer Doctor?
I am...
We're going to need 2 ingredients. A sample of essence of Sprat, and 1 intact pod of parasite eggs. Cedric's warehouse in the Perea spaceport almost certainly carries a batch of Sprat essence. As for the pod, I'd check the Wilderness Reserve if I were you.
Actually, you can't get everyone killed in Mass Effect. You can in Mass Effect 2. But that's it. In Mass Effect 1, it is possible to only have one of the 2 humans, Liara and Tali, at the end. Oh, you mean Sprat nucleons? They're commonly used in medical experiments.
I'm glad one of us is an expert. Most of what I know is based on Dr. Blossom's notes. Here's what I understand. Sprats have an adaptive immune system. They don't suffer from the diseases and parasites they carry. It's one reason why you'll see them in every corner of the colony.
Yep.
Dr. Blossom experimented with Sprats and accidentally discovered a way to become immune to the parasites. That's probably when she decided to switch to human testing.
I should be able to synthesize an effective antiparasitic.
You're a scientist and an inspector? You really are full of surprises.
I am very, very
I
smart.
borrowed a centrifuge from the research lab. Use the ingredients to synthesize an antiparasitic.
Easy enough.
I'm glad I could count on your expertise. Once you're finished, head to the pilot house. We'll hijack the control system and disperse the cure into the atmosphere. That should kill off most of the parasites.
Not so fast. Let me borrow your needler.
Are you worried I'm gonna shoot you in the back?
I'm already doing all the work. I deserve to feel like an Aetherwave hero.
You're right. You do deserve the spotlight. Here. You take good care of my needler, and it'll take good care of you.
Yay. Holster the gun.
There is one other thing. While you're at Perea's spaceport, have a word with Cedric Kincannon. I know Cedric. There's nothing he wants more than a chance to eliminate Ludovico. We could use him on our side. Best of luck, Inspector. I'm counting on you.
Goodbye. And that's another level. I'm almost at the cap. Let's see. Which one? I will max out hack, because might as well get at least 2 skills maxed out. And for perks, I'll just increase my running speed. You know, was there a vending machine up here? I don't remember. Usually, no, there isn't. It's downstairs.
What floor would you like to visit?
I'd like to visit the lobby, please.
We go.
We don't need anybody. Vending machines are here. Give me bullets. You don't have bullets. Give me bullets. You don't have bullets. Give me bullets. You also don't have bullets. These are all useless. Alright, and I need to go up there. I could just fast travel. But we'll do that one later. Oh. Alright. Is there another one? Somehow I killed both of them. Alright. Oh, vending machines. Perfect. Need to go shopping. In other news, starting Monday, I will be changing up when my streams will be. Games I'm playing like right now, like good. Will be at the usual time, but my morning stream will be pushed to an after midnight stream.
I'll show you.
Something's there. Damn you! What have you done? I want to be your friend.
Stop being happy.
I just wanted to make you smile.
Yeah, not pretty. You in here?
Something's bumming me out. What could that have been?
Cedric is over there.
Join us. You'll be happy you did.
No. Freaking joker. Alright, anybody else? Good. Going in.
How'd you get in here alive? You are alive, yeah?
Don't need that. Need these.
And not one of them?
I got through by using an absurdly large number of bullets. There's Cedric.
Inspector, you made it. Well done.
Yay.
I'm afraid you may find the spaceport is, at the moment, less hospitable than usual. My apologies. Regardless, you must have some purpose here. Do tell.
I'm working with Helen to create an anti-parasitic. We need essence of Sprat.
With Helen? You don't say.
It's a longer story than we have time for.
That's not terribly surprising, considering present circumstances. This anti-parasitic, it would restore my people to their original, non-infected selves? Safely?
Yes, it's the best chance we have.
Well, I'll take my people's probable cure over their guaranteed death. Coincidentally enough, Slug can supply you with Essence of Sprat.
Yay, thank you.
Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman, you remember her? There's a package on the desk in her office. You'll find the Essence of Sprat you need in there.
Who ordered Essence of Sprat anyway?
Oh, I wouldn't like to say. A customer-supplier confidentiality and all that. Now then, is there anything else I can do for you while you're here?
Ludovico's behind everything. Will you help me take him down?
Oh, my. You mean Lou was up to no good this whole time?
It gets worse. He wants to infect all of the colony with slugs.
It's an ambitious plan, I'll give him that. But tell me, why should I help you, Inspector?
You're joking.
I am. Forgive me. Humor as a coping mechanism in tense situations. You understand.
Yeah.
You can expect slug support. I'll arrange for my agents to meet you at the distillation station.
Tell them to bring their best weapons and any personal issues they'd like to work out through violence.
I'll do that. I think one of our checkpoint guards is going through a divorce.
Ooh.
As thrilled as I am to assist you in taking down Lou, we have barricaded ourselves in here for a reason. I imagine you have a plan for getting out of the spaceport safely?
Antiparasitic, remember? I'm going to disperse it.
Are you really? Inspector, you are a marvel. Excellent work. I'll admit, I'm awfully fond of my agents. To see them restored will be a great weight off my soul. Thank you.
Alright, that's all for now. Not sure to make this delivery. None of the loading crew can account for it, and it doesn't appear to be listed on any of our manifests. Thought it best to pass it along to you, at least until we can track down where it came from, or what it is.
Hey, Inspector! You're alive! That's terrific!
Yay. I need Essence of Sprat. Do you have any in storage?
You need... what? Why?
It's for an antiparasitic I'm working on.
No kidding. I should have known you'd be on top of things. That must be what's on my desk. We just got it in. Couldn't find it on any of our shipping orders, and none of us could figure out what in law's name it was. You're welcome to it. Just so you know, it's got a bit of a weird smell.
How you holding up?
I can't complain. Still slug-free. That is, I'm still slug, obviously, but I haven't been slugged. You know what I mean.
Yeah, stay safe.
You too, Inspector.
There's the Essence of Sprat. All right. Broken leg. Healed. No ammo. No ammo. Still can't repair it. Dang it. All right. Well. I will be back in just a moment. I just need to quickly use the giant demons room. I'm back. I just had to, you know, take care of some business. Had to let my cat in the toilet. If I fell down there, I'd be dead. And my room is right there, where the reticle is. Because this planet is a gas giant. How are you guys not in hiding? No. Take a bunch of bullets. Okay, which area do I need to go? Ah, to the wilderness preserve.
I hope I didn't get blood on my clothes.
Nah, he doesn't have a special name. And I'm almost out of ammunition for my favorite gun. Makes me sad. Yeah. Oh yeah. I have 3 cats. Look at all them chickens. Vending machines, perfect. Hello. You don't sell them. Neither do you. Nope. You're... Nope. Weapon parts, armor parts, perfect. Grab that, grab this. Adrenal is always valuable. Now I can repair it. Yeah. I have to break down. Don't want to get rid of those. I don't know what to get rid of. Get rid of that. And repair. Good. My gun is now at full strength again. Unlike Kingdoms of Amalur, I want to hold on to my good weapons. If only it was possible to jump onto those. That'd be fun. Alright, nobody's here. Come on. And up we go. I don't like that. That terrifies me. Okay, there are people, but they don't seem to be crazy, so we got that going for us.
It's Hunter. Hunter. Sakes alive, people these days have no respect for corporate name change.
Alright, I'm stealing from you, buddy. Because you actually have literally nothing of any real value to me. Alright, what do you sell?
What can I do you for?
Let's see what you're selling.
Hunter's supplies. Get your hunter's supplies.
You do not sell bullets. For a guy who sells hunting supplies, you do not sell one of the crucial ingredients for hunting. You have the means of dispensing ammunition, but not the ammunition to dispense. There goes his head. Bullets, perfect. Bullets. Okay, we keep going. Really don't want to deal with too many enemies. There we go. In we go. Perfect. Stairs up. There we go. Thank you for the ammunition. Ammunition. There's nothing else. Yeah, I've already explored this last time I played. Sprats are useful. Grab that. And call the elevator. Alright, I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, now we got to head back. Bump, 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 bump. And 10. And we're out. I kind of want to finish up this whole quest line. I think that's what I'm going to do. There it is. Examine the centrifuge. You see a small label stuck against the side of the device. The label reads Rizzo's Laboratory Centrifuge. No training required. All Rizzo's laboratory equipment has been designed for use by the unskilled worker. Insert ingredients, push buttons, and watch it spin. Peel back the label. You see another one, another smaller label under that one. It reads Discontinued Model, Space's Choice Proprietary Technology. Pour in the Sprat and Parasite eggs. The essence of Sprat. The Parasite eggs sink into the concoction, sizzling when you activate the centrifuge. Examine. Alright. Leave it alone. Okay.
What floor would you...
We're gonna leave, head out. And I'm heading to... over there. Get in. Oh, that's cool. Anything special here? No. Well, except for this. Terminal. No, nothing worth. All the parts. It's empty. That free XP will always be valuable.
Greeting protocols suspended. All non-essential protocols suspended. Phaeton is standing by for larval compound dispersal.
What's your status?
Reactor stable. Compound dispersal may commence.
Disperse this instead.
Affirmative. Dispersing.
Yay. Yay.
Incoming message from Rizzo's distillation station.
What have you done? What in law's name have you done? You hijacked our atmosphere. Are you trying to kill us all? No. You're trying to kill my symbiotes. I'm not going to let you destroy everything I've built. I can still fix this. I can undo the damage you've done.
End of transmission.
Oh, what a friendly robot. Voice. Fork and forks. Was that just junk? No. What was it? Collection of grease-stained spork and forks. I wonder what it's for. Alright, next up we head to the distribution center, I think. Yep. Oops.
You don't know how grateful I am for the morale improvement program. Changed my life.
Alrighty. Bum, bum, bada, bada, bum, bum, bum. Good. Unloaded. Let's go finish up this quest. And then we can leave. And then next week we can work on the main quest and see how close we get to finishing that. Logs. Lots of help requests. Open the tasting room. All the different spectrums. Restroom. People just leaving their ammo lying around. Dun, 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 bum, bum. Increase pressure levels. All right, that's done. And then we'll grab you, chuck you there. Oops, didn't need to do that.
Something's bumming me out. And deeper we go. Yeah, we're really far down now. Door over there, and the door on the opposite side. That really bums me out.
How do I want to get past these guys? Keep shooting.
Oh yeah, funny. Did I hear something, baby?
Keep blasting. And there we go. I used up so many bullets. Very nice. I've wrecked that whole army. Grab that. That way is blocked. Everything seems to check out on this tank. Good. Bye. Thing I don't have enough weapon parts.
Yes, I know you're hungry. Be patient. I'll feed you soon enough. Just a guest. The one I told you about. The inspector. Welcome. We were just talking about you.
There's someone behind you. Or something.
You and I are standing in the presence of royalty. Don't worry. You'll meet her soon enough. I know what you've done. Hijacked Phaeton. Contaminated the air we breathe with your poison. You think you've saved this colony? All you've done is robbed Halcyon of its last chance at real happiness. And you've angered my queen.
I know you're about to start a monologue. I don't care.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, love that. Let me guess, you're about to reveal a horrible giant slug monster, right?
Oh, you're worse than those people who talk in the middle of a picture. You really couldn't let me have my moment. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to feed you to the queen, and then I'm going to find a way to repair the damage you've done. Don't be afraid. She can smell fear, and it makes her absolutely ravenous. Your Highness. Dinner is served. Wait, no, not me. Them! Merciful law, stop.
Oh, no. How horrible. Wait, this is an actual boss fight? Access machinery controls.
Mr. Ludovico? Mr. Ludovico, sir? Is there any chance you're still alive inside the Queen's digestive tract? Wait, no. That's his leg on the ground over there. Okay, well, this is interesting. Mr. Ludovico never signed my release, so I'm contractually obligated to stay by my post. Assistant Harwell, Confectioner and Munitions Department. How may I be of assistance?
I like you. I could use some ammo.
Oh, absolutely. Rizzo's manually operated confection and ammunition dispensers are state-of-the-art. I've stocked the repository right beside your terminal. Thank you for choosing Rizzo's during your moment of mortal terror. This machinery cluster is now active. Please exercise caution.
Okay. Get over to the other side. Ah, man. Alright. Hack machinery controls. Activate. Contact administration.
Well, hey there, friend. I see you're still struggling with the Queen.
I could use some ammo.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
Ammunition restocked. Please enjoy your violent altercation.
Where is she? Alright, activate that one and run over to the other one. Hack, activate. Alright. I need to... just need 1 point. 1 point. Something that'll increase lockpicking. No. Leadership, no. Dialogue. Dialogue, handguns, intimidate, leadership, tech. Skills. Stealth skills. Certified Explorer's hat. Okay. Personality attributes. See, did that? Yes. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, we're gonna do much damage. Yep. Just keep firing. Alright. changing my weapon. Wait, does this use ammo? Oh, interesting. Ah, that's a cool weapon. Okay, but let's switch over to the refrigerator. Where are you? Where are you, Mama? This gun works. And I beat the boss. Oh, this gun was very effective. Alright, let's boost lockpicks. Speaking of... Oh, there's Ludovico. I'll take that. I'll take that. And I'll take that. Looks like the queen is being disintegrated. Alright, let's repair. Okay, this gun is really good.
You made it! I guess happy customers really are repeat customers. Here, I had something I wanted to give you.
Oh,
this is
thank
a
you.
golden ticket. Good for one free tour of the Purpleberry Orchards. This is my way of showing you that I appreciate you just for being alive.
Thanks for your help back there.
Oh, you're very welcome. I do regret the untimely demise of our broodmother, but my passenger is flooding my brain with all sorts of happy feelings, so I don't mind all that much.
Passenger?
Oh, that's what I call the slug I've bonded with. It's gonna be a part of me until I pass through the gates of oblivion and my atoms scatter into the void.
Your attitude is really starting to annoy me.
Sounds like what you need is a passenger of your own.
Thanks, Howl. I'll grab that. I'll take all of that. I wonder who those people were. Oh well. They're not a problem anymore. Hey. Let's go say hi to... Alright, way out is up there. Okay, let's go. And we've finished the DLC questline, the Murder on Eridanus. I'm gonna say hi to Cedric and Helen before we leave the ship. Or before we leave it. Place. And this gun was devastatingly effective against the boss.
Hey, Inspector.
I thought they were all cured. Where does this lead? Oh, it leads up.
I must have dreamed up 100 different ways to kill Ludovico.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, eaten alive by the queen of the brain slugs wasn't on that list.
Yeah. Sound disappointed.
Is that so strange? I imagine this moment would be a little more cathartic. But Belinda's still gone, and I don't feel all that different.
Yeah. Give it time.
I can't go back to the way things were. I can't return to my old life because it was never my life to begin with. It was shared. Never mind, you don't need to listen to this. Thank you again for your help, Captain. I never would have made it this far without you.
Yeah. Sounds like you're giving up. Belinda wouldn't want that.
You're right. She wouldn't. She was always braver than me, you know. I was always the defeatist. Gave up too easily and she never let me forget it. And now, without Belinda, I think I have to give up on being Halcyon Helen. She wouldn't be pleased to hear me say that, but I don't have much of a choice.
I didn't know Belinda, but she obviously wanted you to be happy. Don't give up on that.
You're right. I'm despairing. That's not worthy of me. It's not worthy of my sister. Thank you, Captain. I needed to hear that. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone with my thoughts for a while.
Yeah, take your needler back.
Keep the gun. It's just going to feel heavy in my hand.
Goodbye. Cedric.
There's only room for one slug boss on Eridanos. Ludovico was eaten by a giant slug? What an absolute tragedy.
Yeah, he sounds so broken up over it. Ba, 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 ba. Goodbye, Eridanos. You were fun. Ah. Wonderful.
Welcome back, Captain. Or shall I call you Inspector? What can I do for you?
Yeah. I'm not the inspector anymore. I finished the Eridanos job.
During your absence, I passed the time by simulating a number of hypothetical conclusions to this case. Unfortunately, my understanding of the facts is limited, and my appraisal of the individuals involved is not flattering. Therefore, my conclusions are inaccurate.
Alright, humor me. Who do you think killed Halcyon Helen?
My simulations have yielded several possible causes of death. Halcyon Helen may have been killed by one or all of the following: asphyxiating on Rizzo's Spectrum Brown, grappling with a primal while inebriated, killed by an overzealous fan, death by automechanical, or profound loneliness. How close were my estimations?
Why don't I just tell you what happened?
Please, do so.
The real killer is Administrator Ludovico.
Administrator Ludovico killed Halcyon Helen? I have been programmed to simulate contempt and mild surprise. Mr. Ludovico had the audacity to hire you to solve a murder he committed? I am contemptuous and mildly surprised. This information is valuable to me. I will update my behavior simulation protocol accordingly. Thank you, Captain.
No problem.
How can I be of assistance?
Talk to you later, Ada.
Goodbye.
Alrighty. Now, all that we've got left to do today, all that we've got left is the City and the Stars, which we will do next time we visit the Outer Worlds. So we're going to just go there, jump over to the main menu, and I'm going to thank you all for joining me today for Outer Worlds. We did many progresses today. Finished the DLC quest line, and all we've got left is not much. I think we might be done with this next week. Yeah, nice. Well, thank you again, everybody, for joining me. If you are new here, feel free to follow and all that fun stuff. I'll be back tomorrow with the Trails in Cold Steel and Rune Factory 4. And yeah, starting next week, my Trails streams will be held later at night, immediately after these ones. So yeah. Socials, I've got a YouTube, I've got Discord, all the fun stuff. Schedules over there, schedules here on Twitch, blah 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 blah. Let's go annoy Grika. Alright. So yeah. Thanks everybody for joining me, and stay safe and all that fun stuff. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.